I know every one of you has a teacher you'll never forget. I have one too. My teacher went to Texas School for the Deaf and taught fourth grade, ages 9 to 10, and they were eye level to the teacher. Now, I think others would say midget. Their hair was long and curly, and most of it poofed up at the top to make them look taller. Their desk was made of special wood, and they would push stuff out of their way so they could sit on the desk and swing their legs back and forth. There was a blackboard with a stool at the bottom that my teacher would stand on. I couldn't see anything, so I would stand up to see better. They had this special stick with a ball of chalk at the end, and they would write on the blackboard. The students could never touch this stick because it was the law. They had to write with a regular piece of chalk. It was interesting. Every morning before class started, the teacher would write out English sentences on the board. Once the students came in, the teacher would go over it and then ask the students if they understood. They replied with no, and the teacher signed it to them so they would understand. After the English lesson was done, it was time to clean off the board. The eraser was off limits, so they would take turns using a wet rag because the dust gives me headaches. All afternoon I had a headache. The teacher would come behind me and squeeze my head to relieve the headache. He would go away if it got better, but if it persisted, then a boy would go behind me and copy the teacher. One time, the teacher left the classroom, and everyone was having fun and playing around, while also checking to see if the teacher was coming back or not. The teacher comes back, letting the students know that the teacher knows that they have been playing. The students were confused, wanting to know how the teacher knew. The teacher informed the students that they were being loud and noisy. They were My teacher was a wonderful teacher, and I learned a lot from them. They were my favorite teacher I will never forget.